Coming back from the gym. So guys, welcome. We haven't done a herd in a long time, but I have a really big topic for us to talk about today that I'm really excited to. Well, I guess excited is a bad word, but I'm excited to dive into it with you guys because it is very personal, just something that happened in my life, and I want to touch on it with you guys. I think it's important that we all talk about it.
Okay.
So tonight's theme, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about it, is Underground, have you ever been in a relationship before?
Not for a while now.
Okay. 1 second. I just need to grab another drink real quick to prepare because this will be a decent show. Let me grab it real quick. All right. So my drink is here. Get some Lunchables for a snack. All right. Always good to have a snack. Okay. That was a crazy time. Hey, Retrolad. I know Retrolad has experience in the current relationship, so he'll know a lot about this topic we're going to touch on today.
Okay.
So, Retrolad, we're going to talk about something pretty personal today because I got a text from my ex today, and she brought up something today that should not be brought up unless, first of all, it's a messed up situation, and second of all, you should not say that you told someone something and then gaslight them and tell them, oh, actually, we didn't talk about this, but you kept blowing this off. I'm like, no, we talked about it, but I guess you weren't okay with it in your feelings. Tonight's topic is ultimatum, guys. So my ex, hey, what's up, double AA? My ex decided to issue an ultimatum late. So my ex decided to text me, even though our relationship has been like, we wrapped it up with a pretty bow. We know where we're at with it. We're both moving on. But she decided to send a text from her new phone number because she got a new phone number. And in that text, she decided to say that, the reason that things didn't work is because I gave you an ultimatum that it was me, you choose me or your mom because of the whole power of attorney. She didn't like that my mom had power over me, but my mom's trying to protect me from the scary world out there, and my mom helps me, and we love our moms in this world. And I guess that wasn't good enough for her to understand. So, Joe,
wow. I don't know. I don't know
you
what
should move
to
on.
say about that. Joe, honestly, I don't know what to say about that.
I moved on already, man. I moved on. That's what I'm telling you. I just want to talk about this topic with you guys. Double AA, you're in the Herd podcast where we talk about life. No, I agree with you, man. Trust me. I moved on a long time ago, Retrolot. I'm in a good place right now, man. I am. But I got this text from her today, and I thought I blocked her, but apparently another number she got a new phone, and so yeah. You want to join the conversation, Chosen? Sure, man. I meant to send you a link. Yeah, man. We this is our Thursday night mental health podcast. So we like to get pretty deep here. We can still talk about some entertainment news in the back half, but right now I just want to focus on life, seeing how Underground's day was, all that stuff. But I wanted to open this topic, guys, because I think it's pretty big. And I wanted to hear what you guys think on this, because in your life, where do you guys stand on the idea of how you issue an ultimatum? What does it matter? The thing is with women, if they try to control you, it's a massive red flag. You need balance in a relationship. And if she's making you feel uneasy, then obviously what's the point of the relationship? Agreed with that, Retrolad. W. That's a W, man. Just let it go. Oh, I hear you, man. Hey, Jim Tim. I've let it go for a long time, man. I'm good with it. I don't understand why she brought up the useless crap when it's already been handled. We already had a clean breakup, and she wants to bring drama into it. And it just doesn't make sense to me. I thought we were adults, not in high school anymore, but apparently have to drag it out. Oh, you did this wrong. I'm like, we're not together anymore. So why bring it up? What good does it do to keep beating the dead horse? Like, what good does that do? Let me get chosen in here real quick. No, like what good does that even do? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But in other words, let's talk about life, guys. How's everyone's day been today? Has it been a good day so far, Underground?
Yeah, it has been a peaceful day.
Peaceful, huh?
Yeah.
What have you been up to today, my friend?
Um,
Ooh, sorry.
um, lately I've been playing some Fortnite, uh, watching TV, movies, and most recently, I've been playing some DC Universe Online.
How are you liking the game? Been pretty fun so far?
Yeah, it
Nice.
is fun.
That must
Honestly,
have been nice, double AA. So just got out of the gym and saw you streaming. Bro, that's cool. What kind of
yeah.
workout were you doing at the gym? Were you working on arms or legs today? You know, working out the gym is a very big part of your day, man. It's very good to be as healthy as possible and to take care of yourself. So I hope you had a good workout. I'm just making myself a little sandwich real quick. And chosen. Oh, I kick midgets for exercise. The handyman says, "Really, for exercise? Wow,
Oh wow.
that's interesting." I feel like I don't need a relationship. I see it as to focus on yourself first. No, I hear you, man. You want to find someone that you can be with eventually. Oh, I like your picture, chosen. I've been with my missus for 8 years, and we got balance. We do things together. We also have space as well to do what we want to do. My day has been okay, just been chilling really. Hey, that's good to hear. How long have you been kicking midgets for exercise? That's my question.
Damn.
Handyman to the stars.
Oh my god. That's. Oh my god.
That's a new one. For sure. Chosen, how has your day been?
It's been good actually.
That's
Yeah.
why I said Chosen is learning. I love it.
Yes, that is true. I am learning because now I'm definitely gonna watch Dune 1 and 2 Retro Life for sure. I am
They
learning.
call me Gilmore. How do I pronounce it? Is it Gilmore? I was trying to find the easiest part of your name to pronounce, my friend. Kicking midgets, damn. Yeah, man.
Oh my god. That's torture. They have lives too.
I mean, I do think
You would laugh if it made more money than Doomsday? Dang.
here's the funny part. You know what my prediction is for these two movies and how much I think they're gonna make? I definitely think Doomsday is gonna make 1 billion. I don't think Doomsday is definitely making 1 billion, but I think Dune is gonna make 2 billion. All right, I think that one's gonna make 2 billion. Doomsday makes 1 billion. It's a win for both movies because they're both making at least $1 billion.
Yeah, but if you look at the Disney numbers,
I mean, that is true. The Disney numbers is what kind of like hurts
that's
Doomsday
the
a
worry
little bit.
thing. I feel like if Doomsday doesn't make more than the previous 2 Avengers movies, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, they are. How much did Infinity War made?
Really? That's interesting. The Dune video game. Yeah, that looks great. How much did Infinity War make? It made at least $1 billion, maybe even more.
Okay, I'm gonna research. I want to.
Hey, I can't wait for 28 years later next month.
That should be fun. Yeah, Dune Awakening looks pretty good.
Oh, it made 2 billion. Okay, it made 2 billion. Okay, let me see. Endgame made 2 billion. Okay, yeah, they gotta at least make 3 billion then.
Dune 2 only made 700 million. Yeah, that is an interesting one.
I think Dune 3 will make 1 billion. I definitely think that one's gonna make 1 billion. I don't think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It should make at least 1 billion because if you really look at the math, Rashad, you can definitely see the math a little bit here. But Doomsday should make 3 billion though because the last 2 movies made 2 billion.
But it's enough people going to be caught up with the MCU to go and support it, is what the question.
That's the problem. Like, the MCU now isn't what it was before.
Yeah.
Like, you guys
it
remember.
has changed
guys
a lot
remember when the-
since Endgame ended.
When is. Oh, is that what they're saying? That that does look likely that they're going to have. Is it true Spider-Man's going to release before Doomsday now?
Yes. It's
Interesting.
gonna be grounded then. It's gonna be grounded.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's the thing, Retron. Even though it makes 8 million, it's not gonna flop. Even if it makes that much
If
money.
it doesn't make $1 billion, though, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, because you
Disney's
gotta
gonna
really
be
like.
fucked.
That's why I'm telling Marvel, market Doomsday. Okay, if you want this movie to beat Dune, you gotta market it, bro. You can't just do this and then this and then this. You gotta really look into it, bro. Because you don't know how Dune. You gotta watch the Dune movies, man. Marvel, you gotta go watch those movies because
It's not just the marketing. They better make sure they have a movie to display that people actually want to see. Like,
That's the
make
thing,
it good. If the story asks, people aren't going to support it. If they just do what they've been doing, no one's going to support it.
yeah.
From what I'm hearing with predictions, man, Marvel better watch themselves because from what I'm hearing, I've never heard people talk about a DC movie that was going to make a lot of money other than what they're saying about Superman right now. Like, there was a time where we believed that Marvel and DC in terms of movies weren't even on the same I'm angry that they like they basically have said that there was a time where Marvel made so much money on their movies that no one even thought a DC movie could even make close to a Marvel movie, right? And now because the MCU back in Age of Ultron, right? When you watched Age of Ultron, oh, that makes sense. That'd be crazy. Back when Age of Ultron came out, when they did the final trailer, we flocked to the theaters like a motherfucker and went, oh shit, we're seeing this day one. Marvel's hype. Back then, you saw that trailer where all the Avengers in the center playing protect the switch from Ultron. And literally, you're like, oh shit. This is gonna be a day one movie, right?
Yeah. Back in the day.
That? You remember
Yeah.
that? You like? That was
Back
peak.
in the day,
that feeling
yeah.
was something else, bro. I'm gonna say.
That was peak. Like that feeling, it doesn't exist anymore. Like even though I'll say this, even though I did see Shang-Chi opening days because I was really excited about that movie and I saw potential based on the marketing and the trailers for a lot of the other product, but for a majority of it, that feeling the audience doesn't have. They don't have that feeling. They don't have that like, oh my god, I'm going to see this Marvel movie right now. Oh my god, this is fucking cool. Let's go. Like it's not there, and it sucks. But I will say this. I get similar feelings to old Marvel that I get with how DC's going to cook because I heard Karate Kids. Yeah, I heard that too. I'm seeing it next week, Retrolad. But I will tell you this. We don't like to talk about because we don't talk about a lot of that noise stuff. We try to kind of be real and be centered. But I did see something that I have a big Miyagiverse video coming tonight that's going to make people lose their shit. Louis Tan posted something that I think Louis Tan might just have mentioned how important his role is going to be to the Miyagiverse. Because you guys see what Louis Tan posted?
No. What did he post?
How at the end of part 3, how Axel walked away from Iron Dragons.
Yeah.
Louis Tan posted something where that he's hosting Iron Dragons recruitment
Oh, damn.
for a new champion. Now, why
Oh,
is this
damn.
important?
I didn't see that.
Why is this important? Is some people are thinking that even if he loses at the end of Karate Kid Legends, they might set up Connor to take Axel's place because they're making him into a big threat for this movie, and Wolf might see that and go, "Oh, I need a new champion. I might want him." And I came with the idea that Wolf might be different with Creasy Silver, and Wolf might go travel the world and look for not only new champions, but also, as I theorized when Iron Dragons got destroyed, but at the tournament, I think Wolf will find Iron Dragon such disgraceful that he'll probably try and open another different dojo. Like, I don't know. I got a good feeling about it. What do you think about that? Wolf recruiting all these different students. Does that make you interested, Underground?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't hear bad Retrolad. I heard mixed.
Yeah.
I never heard bad. I heard mixed.
Yeah. It is definitely interesting.
I find it interesting. Connor and Barnes has almost this. That could do that too. I didn't think about that.
If you look at Connor's gi, it's red and black, similar to Mike Barnes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe he could pick him up then too. That'd be a pretty dope student for Mike. Be a good storyline for Mike, have a new student. Retrolad PlayStation Showcase should be the next month, and a Wolverine trailer. I hope so, man. That'd be great. Because the thing that you got to think about too is Mike started as a bully, and they're kind of turning Connor into a bully in this movie. So they might have that in common. That's interesting. I didn't think about that. They had the same color gi. Ooh, Spider-Man. I like that. Bringing Mike back into the fold is a new. Ooh, that could make the Tori and Robbie spinoff interesting. You know what I just thought about, Chosen?
Yeah.
What if, in the Tori and Robbie spinoff, what if Mike's students are Connor, Tori, and Robbie?
Bro, that team is. I'm sorry, no one's beating that team. I'm sorry.
Right? Like I'm just telling you, man. Like, it would be crazy. This multi-karate universe is definitely in the works. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like things are happening. Yeah, I think he could be. Robbie and Connor. Bro, that team up in a fight would be insane. Now I'm actually excited to watch this movie next week. Just to see what Connor's capable of. I'm more excited to see what Connor's capable of than what Li Fong is.
Bro, just how funny would it be when we get the spinoff and both Robbie and Connor have their buns, like their hair buns?
Bro, they both have their hair like that and they're making fun of each other. That could be funny.
Yeah, that's the thing. Robbie's bun hair is starting to grow on me, and especially in season 6.
Yeah, I still think my favorite Robbie hairstyle is probably still season 3 through season 5, but
this one, it's still like growing on me because I don't know. I'm so used to it now because we saw a lot more in part 2.
I like it because they started in season 2. Also, I do think they're going to set up Li Fong to probably get trained in Cobra Kai by Johnny at some point. I've been thinking more about it, and I realized I missed a piece of the end credit scene. So now I kind of get, it's not just a funny joke. There's actually a hidden message in there that's interesting.
Actually, you know what'd be better? Miguel trains Li Fong.
That'd be dope. I'd love to see that. No, that would be a crazy duo Spider-Man. I think that's crazy. No, yeah,
Miguel. Yeah, like Miguel and Li Fong, Robbie and Connor. Like,
I gotta cook today, man. I gotta cook today because I got a lot of good shit to work on today. That's gonna be crazy. I definitely. I'm glad that Doomsday, and also not tomorrow because tomorrow I'll be at Mission Impossible. But let's see, tomorrow's Friday. Saturday, we're gonna do a mega stream. We haven't done a mega stream in a long time. and the topic of the mega stream is theater madness. That the fact that we're going to be able to go see Doomsday and Dune 3 on the same day,
It's gonna be a crazy day.
this will kill Barbenheimer. This will kill any double feature of movies there has ever been. Like, I'm sorry.
Like you got, it's an Avengers movie with Dune. Like you can't tell me that this one's gonna be the best one.
But also, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, like just in terms of that double feature, if Doomsday sucked, no, I'm hoping it doesn't, but if it did, you're definitely gonna make up for it by watching Dune. Because, bro, Chosen, I can't wait for you to pop your cherry, bro. When you watch Dune 2, you're gonna, oh my god, dude. Oh,
Bro.
you're gonna lose it. You're not ready, Chosen. Like,
You know the funny part is I told Rashad this. I'm gonna watch Doomsday first, and I'm gonna save the best for last.
you should. Because I'm gonna tell you this much, man, dude. I like Dune 1. I think Dune 1 is a pretty decent movie. It's not my top 10, but I do like it. Dune 2. Dune 2 is like, oh, it's there, bro. It's up there for sure.
No,
That movie is
Chosen.
freaking peak.
You honestly should watch The Raid.
Oh yeah, bro.
Badass movie.
Especially if they make. Oh, you're gonna like this Underground. Since have you watched both films yet?
No.
So once you met, I'm gonna start making my
Um,
video about what I think the third movie is gonna be, which is gonna be cool.
Oh yeah, I only seen the first one so far.
So I think what we'll call the stream on Saturday is what Chosen's name is. I think we'll call Saturday stream Doomsday stream because I like that you did that, bringing those two things together. Chosen, that's pretty cool.
You know, can I mention something to you guys real quick? Actually, I
Yeah.
have 2 things to say about Cobra Kai Scene 6. Joe, I was cooking with my rewrite for Scene 6. You want to hear my idea?
What did you do?
You know how people have been complaining about Season 5 should have been the final season? You know what they should have done? That I think the writers made a big mistake. Silver should have never been defeated in Season 5. I'm going to say it. I actually think it would be better if Silver's dojo was actually Korean Cobra Kai. And then you go to the tournament, right? Korean Cobra Kai versus Miyagi, right?
Mhm.
Robbie beats Quan in the finals, right? In the tournament. And in part 3, Miguel versus Quan fight to the death. Both of them wear their Cobra Kai gis. It's Cobra
That'd be
Kai versus Cobra Kai.
So if you didn't have, so then, oh, hold up, Cobra Kai Rapper's joining us. Okay, all right, I guess we're getting the gang back together. Hey guys,
Yo, what's up?
what's going on, Rapper?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
How
I'm
you
glad you
doing,
just
man?
popped in the moment I was cooking.
Rapper
better.
decided that he just comes in as we're cooking. We're cooking the good stuff with the secret sauce.
What's up? What's up?
So, Joe, what were you going to say?
Oh yeah. So you're about your rewrite. I think that's interesting. Chosen, you know what you'd really like? Did you watch this AI series I've been seeing online yet?
I think I've seen a little bit of it when I was
You
on
saw the
YouTube.
Reborn trailer that they've been putting out?
I think I did see one of them.
Where they got Axel talking to Silver, but Axel's not with not with Wolf anymore. And then you have you have like flashbacks with Axel talking to Silver, and then you have new Cobra Kai. Like you have a new team. You actually have it's interesting. You actually have Wolf, like, and then he's got a new character, a new sensei named Viper, and then he's got Zara, Tori, Robbie, and I love that. You smell what Cobra Kai is cooking? I love it. You got Zara, Tori, Robbie, and Quan all in one dojo.
Yeah, that will be that dojo would be unstoppable.
You know what would have
If-
made that fun? You know what made you? Can I
That'd be
ask
crazy.
your idea for your rewrite, Chosen?
Yeah.
You know what would have made that better? Now we got that great episode in the great part in part 3 where Daniel and Chosen train Johnny to get ready to fight Wolf.
Yeah.
I would have added a scene where before that final fight, just to well-round Miguel enough to make it a fair fight, you have Chosen. Because even though I love Johnny, nobody else has that cutthroat ruthlessness of the Miyagi-Do senseis like Chosen, right? So you need to have Chosen train Miguel alone and say, this isn't going to be a tournament. This boy, he wants to fight you to death. So and
You
then
know, what'd be funny. Oh my god. You know, what'd be funny, Joe.
yeah,
Remember when Mr. Miyagi, when Daniel was about to fight Chosen, Mr. Miyagi's like, "This is no tournament. It's real life." Imagine this: Miguel's getting ready to fight Quan, fight to death after, and then you know what Robbie says? Robbie says, "Miguel, this is not tournament. It's real life." Robbie says it.
yeah, dude, that'd be crazy if they did that. That'd be kind of cool. I would have loved that. I think that would have been cool.
Because Robbie, here's the thing. You know, Robbie, he beats Quan in the finals of the Sekai Takai in part 2, right? And in part 3, you have like a fight to the death tournament style between Miguel and Quan. Because both Miguel fans and Robbie fans would be happy.
That would be great. You could have pleased. That's the thing I hate. Everyone always said you couldn't have pleased both Miguel and Robbie fans, but you could have. You realistically could have pleased both fandoms.
Yeah, you could have both of them beat Quan. It's that simple. Like, what's the writers not thinking straight?
Yeah,
Like,
there was no way you couldn't have done it. That it was in the air. You could have literally done it. It was doable. I think it's stupid that people keep pretending it wasn't doable. Like they're like, oh,
that's the thing. Like Miguel and Quan, like if they fought to the death, it would make sense because both of them are like street fighters.
yeah, dude, it would have been amazing.
That fight
You know what? I'm gonna throw something wild out there. You know what? I was rewatching this recently. I'm gonna say something, okay? I was rewatching some of the teen fights. I always liked more the adult fights than the teen fights. But there's one teen fight I give. Well, I guess two teen fights that I give above all else that actually deliver.
Okay.
I like Axel and Quan. Not Axel and Quan. Well, I guess I like Robbie and Quan too. But in terms of like, I guess it would be Axel and Robbie. The part 3 fight, right?
Yeah.
And then
Robbie and Quan.
Robbie and Quan in part 2.
Bro,
And then-
Robbie always has the better fights. Like that's crazy.
But there's one other one that I would add on this that I still think is the best team fight and has not been topped.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, because I just remembered there is one other fight. Okay, it'd be like 4 fights now because I just realized there's 2. I can't not include this fight because it saved part 1 for me.
Yeah.
I would say you have to put Quan versus the trio on that list too.
Bro, that fight is underrated. People don't
I
talk
think the trio fight is probably the best team fight we've ever had. Like I can't, even though it doesn't involve our main characters, in terms of choreography, I don't think you top it because it was brutal. And the music, bro, like when he punches him in the throat and you, oh my god,
Bro, you know what'd be crazy, Joe? That
Yeah.
people are forgetting. Imagine when Miguel and Quan are fighting to the death. Imagine if Quan did that to Miguel, like the throat thing, and Miguel's like struggling to breathe, and Robbie's like, "Come on, Miguel, you got this." And then Miguel punches Quan in the face, and Quan gets blood all over his mouth. Like,
I will say, even though I love the choreography in that fight, though, for the personal vendetta, and for the fact that they built it in such a beautiful way, and because it is my favorite season, my favorite team fight by far. Well, I would still put the trio fight up there for sentimental value. I still say apartment fight is my favorite team fight of all time.
bro, you know the crazy part about season 6 that everyone even always talking about, oh, Miguel's the best fighter. Yeah, but here's the thing, you Miguel fans don't understand. You guys overhype Miguel way too much, and that's why his fights suck this
And
season.
you know what I love? Do you know why I love the apartment fight so much? Is it's subtle things. Like even though we got like dark, brutal moments in some parts of season 6, one thing I love is the subtle things like Miguel getting kicked in the face and there's blood dripping from his lip when they're doing the apartment fight. Like it's little things like that. Like and like the way they did the choreography where like they're fighting and like me and Trevor, you saw me and Trevor recreate it, right? Did you guys watch my video?
Yeah, I think I did. I remember I did.
Oh my god, dude, it's so cool. We actually fought like outside where my apartment is. There's actually a stairwell, and we fought like right by the stairwell. And I did a spinning wheel kick to his face, and it was great. It was awesome. But that is one of my favorite things that when you watch. That's what I need to do. That would be fun to do. I need to make a new music video. I got to do Back in the Game, but I got to find a song that goes for like I want to do like a Robbie and Miguel like their rivalry tribute. And then like build up to like the end with the apartment fight and showing awesome music to go with that. What do you think would be a good song for Robbie and Miguel's rivalry?
That's a good question.
You got any ideas, Underground?
was thinking Linkin Park one step closer.
Ooh, that's a good one. I could
What
do
did
that.
what did Spider-Man say in the chat? Robbie vs. Quan should have been 5 minutes. Miguel vs. Quan should have been 7 minutes. I agree, bro. That fight. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes. We need to talk about this, okay? I want to open my chest on this one. Writers, you created the two most ruthless teen characters in the history of this show, and you thought you would dumb down Hawk and you make Hawk give a cool mohawk after you got rid of the stupid American BS, and you're not gonna have Hawk fight Quan?
You know what they should have done, Joe? You know what they should have done? What if you know how Robbie was drunk during the bar scene?
Yeah.
Imagine how crazy it would be if Robbie was trying to fight Quan that moment because he was too drunk and Quan just beats him and Hawk gets so mad and he just beats Quan and he fights him.
You know what else they should have done? And I know people might I have a hot take that people should have accepted.
Yeah.
I know why they did it because of the gimmick thing. They should have never done the American Mohawk. They should have just have Hawk come to the Sekai guy with the red season 3 Mohawk and have Hawk embrace his dark side and then get into the fight with Quan.
Bro, no, that idea I get, because here's the thing, Joe. You know my biggest problem with Hawk, and I do want to agree with some people. I don't like the way they handled his friendship with Robbie. This could have been the best way, because you could have had Hawk save Robbie from Quan. He just beats him up and he goes back to season 3. So,
oh, could you imagine that, Underground? What if he taps into season 3 Hawk like in that moment when he's like beating him in the bar? Like, could you imagine? Like, you imagine what we saw with Brooks? Imagine Quan getting the shit kicked out of him.
He's like, Hawk is like, no,
that
like,
would be bloody as
here's
hell.
the funny part, Joe. Here's the crazy part. You know, Quan is just beating Robbie, right?
Yeah.
And Hawk sees Robbie getting beaten up, and he's like, "Hey, leave him alone!" And he just beats him up.
And then Quan's like, "You're not even captain." And then he just starts beating the shit out of him.
And then Robbie sees Hawk, and then Robbie thanks Hawk, and then Hawk and Robbie are good.
Dude, that'd be so great. Red Hawk, beast mode. Oh, fucking hey, writers. You couldn't do one good thing with Hawk. We couldn't have one good epic full fight with Quan. Like, bro, those two were meant to face each other. Their energy, like that scene. I'm sorry, I didn't like episode 6 as an episode in part 2, but I'll say this: that scene where the two of them stood up to each other, and when Quan says, "You must be the famous Miyagi-Do. We heard about you. We're not sure why." Like that scene where Hawk stepped up to him was brilliant.
And that's the thing, Joe. If Hawk did fight Quan during the bar scene, that means all big three gets to fight Quan. All the big three.
Man, they should have. All the top 3 main teams should have fought this guy. Like, it would have made sense. Plus, it's like they just erased season 3 completely. That was a big thing, that Hawk was that powerful under Kreese's reign, and that power, that tapped in potential is in there. So he should have been able to unleash it at any given time.
Imagine Kreese's reaction when he finds out the Hawk beat him up.
Yeah, exactly. Because imagine he's like, "Oh crap, I should have warned you about Hawk." Imagine he's like, "Oh man, I should have said something."
That would be insane there.
Reaction to that scene, bro. Someone's reaction would have been funny. He'd be like, "It's Stingray all over again."
I swear, is it just me though, or does every time when Hawk doesn't have his mohawk, he's a better fighter? Like when he was fighting Robbie in season 4, like every time he doesn't have his mohawk, he's such a better fighter with the mohawk.
You know, I noticed that when he doesn't have the mohawk, he's a much better fighter. Like, even though in season 3 he had a really good moment,
He won the All Valley.
I really wish we would have got another. I know we connect Hawk with the mohawk. I wish we would have got Eli in the Sekai guy just being Eli.
He would have destroyed everyone, bro.
I think he would have destroyed so many people. Like, it's not talked about enough, but bro, that fucking Robbie versus, like, people would say, "Oh, you know, it was even match because Robbie's heart wasn't in it." But can we at least talk about, even the Robbie fanboys, that fight between Robbie and Eli, hard in it, not hard in it, that was an even fight. Like,
That's still the best fight. Still
Yeah.
the best fight in my opinion.
and it's one of the best ones for sure. I do love it. Like, I get hyped whenever I'm watching season 4. Season 4 is not my favorite season. When that fight comes on, it to me, and this might be a hot take, it's the best tournament fight in the show. Like, when you think tournament, like, I like Robbie versus Quan, and I like Robbie versus Axel in part 3. But I'm sorry, bro. That fight, what the writers, or not even the writers, what the production team with the wires, that, like, I don't know about you guys, but when you guys saw that scene, did you guys think of the climb from Arrow? You guys remember? You guys remember the climb?
Oh yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Sucking out the swords. Bro, you know what would have been wild? Bro, oh my god. You know what would have been insane for the series finale? Bro, what if they would have did Ra's al Ghul level Wolf and Chosen in the series finale?
Ooh, that would be cool.
Sword fight, shirtless to like just going crazy. Like
What if?
imagine,
I'm gonna read this.
imagine
What if,
Chosen, like imagine if Chosen threw his shirt at Wolf and he says, "You keep for your collection."
I want to read this real quick. What if?
Yo,
when
that
Quan
would
and
have been brutal.
Hold on. What if when Quan and Kareem Cobra Kai were trying to fight Sam and Axel, Quan attacks Sam and Hawk sees it and gets mad and beats up Quan and Yoon? Oh, are you talking about the Alway fight in episode 8?
Yeah.
Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be so much better, actually.
That would have been cool. I would have liked that. That would have been a good scene. Yeah, dude. Did you like my idea about the final fight for the series finale, Chosen?
Yeah, I feel like they miss a lot when it comes to the
Dude,
fights.
like Chosen, like literally, like, oh my god, Hawk, I'm going to win this whole fucking thing. Yo, that line was bad, dude. I love that fucking thing. The fact he said that to Daniel, I was cracking up. The fact like Daniel was his sensei, and he's like, that was such a it was a Hawk line, but it was such a Johnny line that like, you're so surprised to see Hawk.
And I like that Spider-Man. Hawk actually saving Sam from Korean Cobra Kai.
Cool. That would have been cool considering all their references. And you know what would have made that scene icing on the cake? When Hawk saved her, he would look at her and he would go, "You're welcome, princess." Like that would have made that scene perfect.
And then
I love that.
Hawk looks at Axel. He's like, Sam, why is this big guy here?
Guy.
Oh my
Who's this guy just sitting here in the alley? Like, what is going on here? Like, who's this guy? Just like, oh man, dude, that's great. You know, that's the fun thing. Like, when like we do these like fun Herd podcasts, I think a lot of people don't understand like what Herd can be like. So like when I created Herd, I wanted it to focus on life and stuff, but like I also wanted it to just be a place where we could just kind of talk about whatever we wanted and be heard. And like everyone gets a turn to speak, everyone gets it structured, and we all just kind of get to enjoy just
Yeah.
talking and shooting the shit, talking together. It's Thursday. Your brother's gonna see Jake and I. Oh, I gotta talk about this, guys. So I'm so amped for tomorrow because this is me and Jake's big thing, guys. So me and Jake are seeing Mission Impossible Final Reckoning tomorrow, right? I don't know if Rapper, I don't think I told you this yet because I know you're listening to us right now.
Right. Mhm.
Nick and I have seen the last 4 Mission Impossible movies in theaters together. So it's kind of our thing. So when we heard about Final Reckoning, like, Jake, whose theater are we going to go to when we see Final Reckoning? I was like, because Jake normally he works at the theater. Sometimes he goes and sees movies without me, right?
Right.
I told him, bro, if you see Final Reckoning without me, I'm going to smack the bitch out of you. Like,
Oh damn!
Wow.
I was like, oh, Melissa's here now. Sweet.
Yeah.
Like, that's our thing, bro.
Hey,
Like, I remember being in IMAX when Jake and I went to go see Ghost Protocol. That was the first one we watched. That shit was wild, bro. And then one of the best things is I surprised Jake when Fallout came out with Henry Cavill. I surprised Jake. He didn't even know. I surprised him because at my movie theater I used to do midnight screenings. I took him to the first ever midnight screening of Fallout. He had the best time ever. Like that movie is
Nice.
still the best Mission Impossible movie. Fallout fucking slaps, bro. I don't care what anybody says.
hey,
I
Joe.
wish-
Hey,
Hey,
welcome.
Joe.
To-
Hey, how's it going? Hey, just listen, Joe. I'm gonna because I'm using my phone right now, but I get a stronger connection through my laptop. Can you just put the link in the chat, in the
Yeah, I
group chat
can.
of the stream, and then I could enter through my laptop?
Yeah, I'm not worried about anyone else coming in, so you're good.
right.
I wanted Jake to come in. I was putting Jake on blast, but he must be busy with his girlfriend tonight.
I wish they spend more time with the other dojos in part 2. Like, imagine we get a street fight between Hawk and Tiger Strike. Bro.
That would have been cool.
You see, that's my
Yeah.
big problem with part 2. I love part 2 and all, but you know my big problem with part 2, and I do agree with some people on this? I feel like they should have spent more time with the other dojos, Joe.
They needed to do something that didn't just make Iron Dragons for the World Tournament. Iron Dragon should have been the only focused dojo of big threats. Because one of the things that really annoys me, even though they had the whole like them kind of connecting like with Dimitri and Maria, they wasted Maria's character, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know people jump back and forth between Zara connecting with Zara connecting with going against Tori and Sam, and both kind of building that foundation. But they wasted a huge opportunity. Because you know what you could have happened? You could have had Zara and Maria be friends, even though they're in different dojos. And you know when Zara bumps into Sam in the elevator, you could have Maria enter late minute after Sam tries to make Sam do something like try and break Zara's phone or something, right? Because she's annoyed of her shit. And then Maria would have just smacked Sam across the wall of the elevator and just like built up that.
Bro, I agree with Spider-Man.
Oh,
I even made a prediction.
Like, I'm sorry. Okay, I know they did the thing during the brawl where they had the fucking Irish dojo, but dude, come on.
Yeah, they were playing the Irish girl as Sam's rival.
That should have never happened.
How cool would it have been in the brawl if Maria was smacking the shit out of Sam instead of doing oogly eyes at Dimitri, and she's just like,
Bro, Sam and Maria should have run. I even made a prediction, Joe. Remember before part 2, I said Sam and Maria should have been a rivalry?
they were perfectly matched. Maria's actress is an incredible martial artist. Even Martin Jordan said she has the best kicks of any of the teams on the show.
Bro, and Sam and Maria, if you really think about it, they're very similar. Sam and Maria, they're very similar if you really think about it.
Well, because one thing I noticed about Maria that a lot of other fighters can't say is Maria's style. You can tell that she practiced karate because a lot of people that trained in choreography, there's the choreography version of karate, and then like most of the time when they want to make a kid who's sort of good at martial arts look better at martial arts, they also had a moment where they where if you watch the behind the scenes, her actress Maria, one of the best things you can tell someone is a real martial artist is really good at karate is in karate we focus very heavily on controlling your kicks, right? And that means knowing when it's time to kick hard and when to kick fast. And her control, she's got like basically her leg is like a loaded gun. She can choose, I can go here and I can cause you immense pain, or I can go here and I can slowly watch you just die. Like I can literally.
I just think that they didn't have enough time.
That's the writer's fault.
Well, they should have begged Netflix and said, "This is going to be if we do this right. This will be one of our most popular shows. This is our final season. We need to go all out."
They probably did, but Netflix said no.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Can I
see
talk about
the
another
vision.
nitpick I have with the whole show that I don't, even though it's a joke, I still think that this is a wasted opportunity. How do you cast someone who's an actual black belt in real life, and just because they want to make jokes about it? Bert never wins a proper fight, and he's a black belt.
Right. He
Bro,
never
I'm
does.
glad you brought that on.
His
I'm glad
actor
you-
is.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
even
okay.
Zara's actor is so good.
The actor is a black belt in real life. That's why I'm talking about the actor. That is a disgrace. You cannot have a bunch of white belts beat an experienced black belt like that. I don't care how many plow armor or how much writing you have. Bert needed a win.
Well, apparently, when you're the size Bert is, and you haven't facing opponents that are as tall as buildings, then
Yeah, but to
the
be
odds are
fair,
against you.
here's the thing though. Zara's actor is also short, and she was fighting some people
Yeah,
are pretty
I'm
tall.
going to be honest with you guys. So anybody that uses the height excuse, I'm going to be real with you, Melissa.
Right, but she's not 13 years old.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but she's still pretty short.
Even if you're short, I know short fighters that will like. So in karate, there's this girl who just got her brown belt, which means she's gonna start teaching classes. She will kill all of you without even a second look, and you could be like Jack Reacher to like I'm trying to think of another big guy. You could be like Axel, Jack Reacher, Terry Silver. What's the bad guy from the last season? Underground of Reacher. I'm trying to remember.
For real, stop with the height excuses.
Yeah, like I can't think what the bad guy's name is off the top of my head.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're right. Height doesn't make it.
Basically,
Height really
height
doesn't make a difference.
Because here's the thing: when you're at that level, do you know what you have available? Like I know in karate, when it's a karate fight, you're supposed to fight fairly and make it look good in a competition, right? But when there's a street fight, I'll tell you, I'm an expert. Where is it? I'll be right back. I gotta grab something to prove a point. Where is it? I gotta find that paper. It's around here somewhere. I hope, as long as it didn't get packed away. I hope she moved it somewhere safe. Where is my certification? I had a certification paper. Now I don't know where it got moved to. Okay, is it in there? Where did she move it? All right. Well, never mind. I'll do it without the paper. But I have a paper that says somewhere in around this area that says I'm certified in Krav Maga. And Krav Maga is a lot of just like street fighting, right? And I'll tell you, if I was in a situation like someone tried to rob me, I have a certificate that says, say, Melissa, you were out on the street and you were getting mugged, right?
Right.
I'm going to show up and save you like a fucking superhero, and I'm going to jam my 2 fingers in this guy's eye, and then I'm going to knee him in the nuts, kick out his leg, and all of that is legal because it's self-defense. And
Yeah, no, listen, I agree. Height doesn't make a difference. I was just making a point. Like I was just making a point. Like they didn't they had Bert's character as a beginner.
Well, for instance, I know people want to make this argument. I'm going to say this much. You want to know another side of things? You want to know something I did to Trevor that really pissed him off once? You guys remember Dojo Rising in karate?
Right.
Yeah.
In the All Valley tournament mode, do you know who was my main in that game?
Who?
I used to beat Trevor's ass with Bert. Like I would pull up Bert to piss him off, and he was mad. Like the first match, I beat his ass. Like I'm not exaggerating that. Like
Yeah.
you look at the scoreboard, you're like, it's crazy. But then again, in that game, they did the power scaling way different, and he's crazy strong. But
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I agree with you. Height doesn't really make a difference. I was just saying like Bert's character, the actor's character was a beginner while he wasn't. So it's kind, and I kind of like think too is like the reason why they did it the way that they did it in parts 2 and 3 is they really wanted to focus on the core 4 and Johnny and Daniel.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be only me. Here's the thing. You guys are so focused on season 6. You're not focusing on the other season. You could have had Bert go crazy in the other seasons too. Like I said,
they relied so heavily on the joke that they wouldn't give Bert a moment.
I mean, also too is don't forget he did beat Mitch.
Hey, I gotta give it to him. He did beat Mitch.
I'll give him for beating Mitch. That was good.
What if what would be funny? And I wish they did this. I wish Bert was beating up Kyler at some point.
I think they should have let Bert beat Kyler since everyone had beaten Kyler and had been a meme so much. Yes, Holly, that's the one. That guy was tall as fuck. Underground.
Yeah.
That dude's yeah. You're right about that, Spider-Man, about Tanner and Sholo. Yeah, no, we've just been talking about lots of different things. We started kind of with the serious topic, and then we kind of talked about
What was the serious topics? I missed that part.
we were talking about ultimatums.
Okay, so can we
Ella
go back to that?
We can go backwards. I'll explain my situation. So Ella decided to message me today on another number, even though we don't talk very much anymore. And even though our relationship was handled very well and clean in the end, so she decided to drive up old feelings and bring up, I gave you an ultimatum, for your mom to to choose me or your mom because I want, she wanted my mom to not be responsible for me so she could have the power and have access to my bank account and all that stuff because even though she's been terrible with money, I think she just needed extra money or whatever she's claimed. She wanted my independence and all those other great things. But putting a wedge between me and my mom is not a good way to do it. And she said she hated her. But my mom just knew she was up to something. She didn't like how she treated me and how things were handled. So she proved that very very straightforward. My mom doesn't mess around with that stuff. But so I wanted to get your guys' opinion. I talked to everyone else earlier about
Yeah, that was not right.
if you need to
That
bring
was
an
not
ultimatum
right.
to someone, it needs to be established it was an ultimatum. Like when we talked about it, I gave her my answer on it, and she kept saying, "Oh, you never said anything about it." I'm like we talked about it, and I gave an answer, and then she said, "Well, I bothered you every day." And I'm like no.
Yeah, it's
I agree.
yeah. I think
agree.
she's showing you her true colors.
Yep, now I'm seeing it. I know it. It would be funny if Yasmin confronts Maria.
Also, I want to mention
That
something.
would have been awesome.
I want to
Yeah,
mention. I want to
think,
mention.
like wait, Chosen. But yeah, I think it's times like these that you really do see a person for who they really are.
Yeah, you truly.
And I think you should consider yourself this a lucky break that you're able to now
like honestly
focus
like,
on yourself.
I didn't realize how happy I was until it was all over, and now I just feel like I feel so good. Like it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's like you're able to focus on yourself.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
Both physically and mentally.
For myself and make sure I was ready for that person, and that's I appreciate.
And you know what? And the best part is that you're going to be able to find somebody who understands more and more about how you feel now that you've centered yourself. You're going to be able to find that someone who appreciates you for you.
Yeah. And the healing begins,
understands you both mentally and as well as physically, because you deserve that.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that you knew that about.
Who said my name? Someone said my name in the chat. I was doing something else.
Wait, hold on. But I think that it's really important that because once you've centered yourself, you've been able to connect. You can be able to connect to people. Both not just on not just through live streams. I mean, but also through other things too.
Yeah. Well, Spider-Man wants you to read. Chosen. Spider-Man wants you to read this comment, so I'll put it on the screen for us. So we can all read it.
Okay. I hate how
they changed Quan's fighting style in part.
You know what? I actually do agree with this. People might say, "Oh, didn't change anything." If you compare his fight, that one fight in part 1 to how he fights in part 2, you'll see a big difference. Because in part 1, we see him freaking did that throat thing to Yoon. You know the throat thing he did to Yoon, Joe? The punch? Why did he do that in part 2?
They did change some things. I did notice that even though they stayed with his great Taekwondo skills, there were some changes to the way he fought.
I just don't like it. It just doesn't work for me because I'm like, okay, I understand why he did it. But like, you could have kept this. Here's the thing: you could have kept Quan as he was in part 1. But of course, some of the other fighters probably going to.
You know what I know? It's actually kind of interesting that people don't talk about enough. Oh, hold on.
Yeah. Exactly, Retro Lad. Exactly. Put that comment. Like, don't let anyone walk all over you, Joe.
Of course. Just balance the relationship, and then you're good. And Kay had arguments, but I always come out on top. Nice one, Retro. Yeah, man. No, it's all about balance. It really is.
Balance is your thing, right?
Balance is your thing. That's great.
Yeah, it's but don't let anyone.
That's gonna be the new. That's gonna be the new. This is not the Miyagi Do way type. Have you guys? You know what was hilarious? I don't know if we talk about this, guys. Have you guys ever? You know who was the best person at this? You guys ever watched Shamoon's video where like everyone when they did the Miyagi glazing, they made it such a meme about how like every time it's not the Miyagi Do way, man. That scene, that cracks me up today.
Yeah.
But yeah, Quan.
Wait, hold on, CVO. Hold on, CVO.
I agree.
But yeah, I think it's important that you, considering that you do karate though, too, Joe.
Oh, I found my balance. I found my center. I actually started doing a lot of meditation recently. Anyone know something else cool I haven't talked about lately?
What?
I started taking online Tai Chi classes.
Oh, really? What's that?
So Tai Chi is like basically you could use it for fighting, but it's really to self-balance yourself. And like it's kind of like this dance like movements where you learn kind of how they used it in Shang-Chi a lot, actually. It allows you to balance yourself and like use your body to like truly feel at peace within yourself. And It's kind of like meditation, but like with movement, which is really
Oh, really? Like, as
Yeah.
like, has that really like helped you? Like,
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
has that like,
Henry Round says, like Terry Silver says, balance is crucial.
yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
like Daniel says, balance is my thing.
I cannot believe it. You know, you need a woman that can sacrifice things for you, that loves you for you, and creates great moments. Kay said to me the other day that she would still be with me if I was homeless. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
exactly.
I'm happy for you. That means you found a good one there, bro.
Exactly. You know, you need to be with somebody that where the relationship is 50-50.
Yeah.
Not just not it's not just
Yeah,
give and
yeah.
take.
I
It's
agree.
not give and take.
You can't, you
It's
know, it needs to be
50-50.
50-50. It needs to be 50-50. There's got to be, if one doesn't have a job, then they got to make it sense. Why are you not giving Chosen a chance to speak? It's heard. We are giving him a chance to speak, but there's other things going on in the chat.
Right.
Yeah.
On the speak.
And we're talking about relationships and ultimatums, which is
We
what
all
we
take-
were
we have time for everything. It all takes time. Just like Spider-Man, just like we were just talking about now. We all need to be centered. We all need to have balance. There's balance for everyone. Everyone on this panel will get a chance to speak.
exactly.
So if Chosen has something to say about that, it is now Chosen's time to say what he needed to say, and we will all be.
Exactly.
In fact, I'm gonna do something different here. Okay, we're gonna do this
All right.
structure differently. Whenever someone talks now, unless they have to say something in the middle of it, I'm gonna mute everybody's mics when someone is speaking. Then when he's finished,
I'll beat you to it. I'll mute my mic.
all right.
What's going on? I'm confused. I'm confused. What's going on? I was actually gone doing something.
Spider-Man wants to hear your thoughts on something. All right, ready?
What is the question though? What is like the thing you want
He
to
wants
say?
to know about the you were going on about the fighting style, and he said you didn't get the chance to speak about it.
Oh yeah, hold on. I do agree with that. I think in part one you can see how the difference in part one and part two, like in that one fight with the Yoon and the other Cobra Kais. You would see a little bit more of not just him doing kicks, but him doing like punches and stuff. Like the way he did the punch on Yoon's throat was pretty sick. On Count Line was pretty brutal too. I just feel like I wish we saw a little bit more of that in part two, not just him spamming kicks. And I do blame the writers on this one. I feel like they should have gave Quan to do more when it comes to punching and kicking. That's just me though. Well, yeah, that's my thoughts.
Right now,
Joey,
I'll mute everybody for right now. All right, so Chosen got to speak. That's good. All right, oops.
All right.
Everybody,
Does anybody else have anything else to add? Have anything to add? What about you, Cobra Kai rapper?
got anything to say?
So you want to hear something funny? What I was thinking about? You guys hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah, we hear you good.
So it would be funny if Yasmin was confronting Maria for dancing to Dimitri. What do y'all think about that?
I like it. I think that's a good.
That
That'd
would
be
been
fun.
hilarious.
Yeah,
After
that-
Dimitri was
Let's
dancing
that
with her.
I'm posing 2K.
Oh my god, yeah, that
Although I would actually
would
feel
have been
bad.
funny.
This would actually be the one. This would actually be the one time I would actually feel bad for Yasmin.
Yes, exactly.
That would not end well.
Yeah.
Man, poor Yasmin, man. Yasmin would get. Yeah, you know, that's one thing I know people don't talk about it a lot because she's an interesting character and very different. I do think with Yasmin's character arc, I know that, like, you know, with Moon, they made it very clear that that wasn't going to be a thing because she doesn't like violence. I think Yasmin should have joined, because if you play the video games, Yasmin is actually quite a good karate fighter. They should have found some way for her to find. She didn't have to be in the same dojo as Dimitri, but she should have joined a dojo so that could, just because I think that she could have really learned and really centered herself from
Yeah.
one.
Oh God, I can actually.
She'll look good in Cobra Kai though. Yeah,
I
she'll
would.
look good.
Oh my God, I can actually
No.
picture Yasmin complaining about sweating like a pig.
Yep.
About
Yeah.
Yeah.
doing karate.
Yeah, they did.
Getting
They
all
did.
sweaty.
Meet him.
Yeah.
I agree, Spider-Man. Oh, let's see. We got a message over here. I saw something. That's awesome, Retro Lad. I love what you said here. Look at what Aisha did to Yasmin. Yeah, man. That right there is Cobra Kai material. After that wedgie, she should have been cutthroat and ruthless.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Not
come
just-
on, man. I would. I
Not
could
just
see
an
her in
annoying
Cobra Kai.
blabbermouth.
I could have seen her in Cobra Kai. I could have seen her in fucking even Eagle Fang at one point. Her and Johnny would have interesting banter. I think that'd be hilarious.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the banter between Yasmin and Johnny? Is like, aren't you the girl that hit my car?
Yeah.
Aren't you that meth head zombie that was banging all over my car?
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing 50 on your knuckles right now? Like, oh my god.
Oh,
Or
Lord.
you know what? He would actually have her wax on and wax off his car.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Can you imagine that?
Though.
Joe, can you imagine that instead of doing 50 knuckles, 50 push-ups on her knuckles, she
Oh my
has,
god, they should have had her
has
done.
him
You know
wax
what
on.
they should have done?
He
You know what
has
they should
her
have done?
wax on, wax off his car.
You know what they should have done when Tori? They should have wrote something when Tori didn't join Miyagi-Do and had to go to Cobra Kai, right?
Right?
They had Yasmin take her place, and then right when she joined the dojo, they should have had Johnny give her private lessons, and
Oh, Lord.
it should have just been Miyagi-Do lessons.
Oh, Lord.
On doing pointless chores. Like,
Wax on, wax off his
why
car.
am I sanding the floor?
Yeah.
I'm getting dirt under all my nails. What are you doing? Quiet!
Oh,
Joe,
that would have been torture.
Oh, Lord.
Joe, imagine
Yasmin.
imagine Johnny having Yasmin wax on and wax off his car.
I'm not gonna read that comment in the chat.
Oh,
You
Lord.
know what I still think is one of the best. You know what I think is still one of the best scenes, that probably Johnny's best comedic scene in the entire show. When Johnny joins Miyagi-Do for the first time in season 4, and they get and Daniel and Johnny have different styles, right? So like before Johnny really embraces Miyagi-Do when they're cleaning his car and
Yeah,
they're cleaning it out.
exactly.
And Johnny's like, yeah, clean it good. You find any change in there.
It's mine.
That'll be funny.
That shit was- my new favorite character is Wolf, but I always, in terms of a character, in terms of my personality, I don't care what anyone else says. I love Wolf as a new character. Wolf's my new favorite character they brought in the show. My favorite character, and I've talked about this many times, Johnny's become my favorite character in the entire show because I already liked him in the movies, but they gave him so much more personality in the show, and just he has the best lines in the show.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys my story about for my 30th birthday? What I did? So my friends know I'm obsessed, and they know season 5 is my favorite season, right? So Trevor and I were messing around in this bar one time, and Trevor hit me in the mouth when we was messing around and we were doing some martial arts and stuff, and it didn't hurt, but I felt it. But I had just been drinking a White Claw, right? And I had some whiskey shots because it was my 30th. You know, I had to go all out, right? And so I looked at Trevor in a fighting stance, and I said, "You think you can hurt me? I'm running whiskey and White Claw, baby."
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm not gonna
Wow.
get into that comment, Spider-Man, that you just said.
Juan and Wolf had the most aura in season.
Not
6.
that comment, Joe. Look at the comment above that.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, it would have been a great moment if what did the thing. Why would that be a great moment?
If Quan knocked out Sam in the alley fight, imagine that, bro. Like, that would be crazy.
Oh,
Bro.
damn.
Oh.
Yeah, but in all honesty,
Oh.
Juan was drunk, and believe it or not, Sam would have beaten him drunk.
Yo, Double AA, you got me wanting to rewatch some Jackie Chan movies until Karate Kid Legends right now. I reckon I can.
Are you asking
okay,
for it?
Lad, I'll tell you this: you can take Trevor. You are not taking me ever. That's not happening. Like, bro, I'm sorry. I know you said you had boxing experience. My best footage and my best training does not make it on camera. So you do realize, Retro Lad, that I'm a certified, like, I have an actual certificate that states that I've taught people how to do street self-defense. Like, I've held a knife for kids and showed them how to disarm it. And oh, that must have been fun. How was that? We love Deadpool.
Spider-Man, drunk Quan. Yes, I do think that Sam had. I do think that Sam.
I know you're just messing around, Retro Lad, but if you want to come here and throw hands, like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, if you want to throw hands, you come here, but you won't be leaving in one piece.
Oh yeah, exactly. Hey,
Oh,
you
damn.
said
Oh, my God.
I said drunk Quan, Spider-Man.
I love Epic.
Yeah,
Drunk
but here's the
Team.
thing. I want to mention something real
I
quick
love it, double
about
AA.
the whole
Wait,
drunk
Joe's
situation.
wait,
Don't
Joe's
be
speaking.
silly. Don't be silly. What are you talking about? Don't be silly. I will
Are you
slap
kidding
boy.
me? Are you kidding me? It's like, are you asking for it? Like you're
Retrolad,
really
let me-
asking Retrolad to take. You're really
Retrolad,
asking Joe to
let-
take you
let
to
me-
town.
Let me rephrase this to you, Retrolad. Do you know how many combat forms I am certified in? Let's go down the list, okay? I did boxing for 3 years. I currently still do karate. I'm a red brown stripe. I do Krav Maga. I have started taking Taekwondo and Kung Fu lessons at the same time. You're not touching me, bro. I'm a modern day Batman. You're looking for me in the middle of the night, man. When I have my bat suit on or my Green Arrow suit,
Spider-Man.
I will find you, bro. You do not want to pick a fight with me. Like
Yeah.
Joe's
you
goaded.
guys remember in the
Yep, exactly.
you guys remember in Batman versus Superman when Lex Luthor shaking Superman's hand and he says, "You did not want pick a fight with this person." That's me, bro. That you shake my hand,
Exactly.
you'll know instantly all my power within that handshake. Will tell you everything you need to know. Like, bro, you're crazy. Plus, you said you
Exactly.
had boxing experience. I've seen your kicks. They're all right.
Exactly.
Mine are better, but I've seen you kick.
Spider-Man. I'm not saying that sober Quan wouldn't beat Sam. Yes, he would beat her. But
Bro,
drunk,
there's
but
kicks I
drunk
can do that
Quan,
I've never shown you. There's kicks I've never filmed, Retrolad. Your kicks
But-
are good, but I've done better.
yeah. But
Like,
drunk
bro,
Quan,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
But
can I
drunk
add something?
wait,
To
wait, CGO. But drunk Quan is a different story. She
yeah,
would
but are
have
we
beat him.
also forgetting that Silver fought a drunk Chosen too? Are we gonna forget about that?
And
Chosen
he
was putting up,
lost. And he lost.
but he was doing so well against Silver despite him
And he
losing.
wasn't that drunk. I mean,
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
man,
mean,
go
Quan.
on.
I mean,
Bring the
Quan could
drinks
barely.
and
Quan could barely walk. So no,
That's-
I don't. So no, I don't think. So no.
And
Apparently-
Johnny was also, and here's the thing, Johnny was also drunk and he was fighting
And
Five
not
Sensei.
not that drunk. And he had motivation.
Yeah,
He had
I
had his kid.
feel like double AA.
Quan was just being a jackass.
You bring the popcorn and drinks. It looks like I got to take a flight out to the UK and slap a boy.
Bro,
who thinks
yo,
he-
double.
Yo,
Oh whoa.
Appreciate you. We love Deadpool. Like, look, I mean, he's like, he's talking smack to me, man. He does not know,
I know, right?
bro. I'm gonna have to like start like going to the gym every day, Retrolad, and just start putting up head posts of like getting ready for the get back. I've been back in the dojo since, but I might need to go to the gym every day and get. That would never happen. Pay you back for your flight, bro. That would never happen. Pay you back for your fight. What? What do you mean that would never happen?
Retrolad.
What planet do you live on that you think that you can beat me?
I'm sorry.
Like, bro, like I'm not even joshing you right now. I can do things that I will put you in an armbar for more than 10 minutes and you'll be calling Kay for help. You'll be saying, honey, I need help. My arm hurts. Oh, I can't.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry.
911.
Like, bro, you're gonna be begging for mercy, but I
Damn,
was
Joe.
giving you mercy. Like, this isn't a contest. This isn't like, bro, when you're facing off with me, it's real. We ain't joking around. We're not taking a piss and having a pint here. Your ass is going on the ground. Like, bro, I know how to do a Kimura. I know how to do like so many things in ground fighting. Like, are you crazy? Like, where do you think you can beat me? How many? What? I want a list of all the training you have. I've only seen boxing and some kicks from you. What's your ground game like? Do you think you can knock me off my feet? What do you mean you're thinking? What are you thinking about right now? He's thinking. Wow. Thinking.
He's thinking, well, Retro Lad, try not to think too hard because Joe will probably beat you there too.
Yep. Who said Sam beats Quan Chi?
Oh my God, Punisher, what's up, bro?
Oh, okay. Look. Punisher, we're letting this subject go. And Spider-Man, I'm talking to you too, and CVO, I'm talking to you too. We're letting it go.
I never said anything.
I just said that Sam could beat Quan while he was drunk in that alley. That's all I said. I never said that that she beats him completely, a sober Quan. I don't think that. All right? I do not think that. And before anyone goes on saying like, "Oh, well, Johnny beat up Silver Senses," Johnny had yes, Johnny was drunk, but Johnny had motivation. All right, he had his unborn kid to think about that gave him that push. And Silver lost that fight. The only reason why Silver was able to knock Chosen out is because he cheap shotted him. But Chosen had him. All right, so I'm gonna make this clear. Sam could have beat Quan drunk. That's it. I'm not saying that she would beat him sober. All right?
Yep.
She went. All right.
Yeah, what did I do, Spider-Man? I wasn't even saying anything. It was you guys were saying.
I'll trade you some good stuff, Retrolad. Also, to your point of 3 guys, I got to tell you guys a story.
Oh, okay.
It's story time. This is why we love this podcast, right? To talk about life. You guys get to know a piece of information I never told you guys. My first girlfriend when I was a freshman, when I didn't even know how to fight martial arts wise, but just did I did fight club, so I did boxing a little bit during my first boxing stuff. You want to know something that happened? My girlfriend at the time was having a seizure, right, at this park, and my cousin got knocked out. It was a rough day at this park. I had to take on 6 8th graders, and yeah, I got hit, I got bruised, I got hurt, whatever. But I beat the pants off those 8th graders, man, because it was not. You did not want to mess with my girl. I'm the type of person that when I'm with someone, do not fuck with me. Like, doesn't matter if I'm my best friend. If I'm with my girl, my best friend, anyone, yes sir, I went beast mode, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was insane.
You would be double beast mode.
I love you.
Double beast mode.
Yeah.
You're your own howling wolf.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Joe said man up.
Owen,
man up.
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Did
I saw your thing about me versus Assam. Bro,
Yeah.
I did not want to fight Assam. That bro is.
that
I mean,
would be an awesome fight.
Will be interesting, Retrolad, because a lot of my opponents, they've been pretty good. But I just so you know, Retrolad, part of my program I do is so just so you know, I don't know if I told you this before. I'm sure you're like a hidden boss. I don't know the Cobra Kai lore. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm only familiar with Karate Kid 1 through 3 lore. Hey, that's okay, double AA.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's I'll be right back, Joe.
Retrolad is like, so when you get really good at karate, they start teaching you. Like, I got so good at karate that I can't spar kids of my same belt rank. I have to spar teachers. So like on a regular basis, I have like 8th degree black belts that spar me because they know my skills are that good. And like the other thing that you got to know is one of the guys I started doing. I don't know if I told you guys this, but not only did I start learning Kung Fu and all those things, the reason I started to diversify my style is I got asked to, on weekdays when I wasn't going to the dojo every day, part of the reason my belt rank didn't go is I also joined an MMA gym. And so when I joined that gym, one of my karate teachers that actually switched to MMA instead of just doing karate, he's been in karate classes, pulling me aside and teaching me MMA stuff when we're supposed to be sparring for karate. So I
nice.
Karate into my style, but I'm like the modern day Boyka, man. I'm the most complete fighter in the world, bro. Like it's insane. Like I literally had started training with him, and this guy's crazy good. Like yeah, like I hear you. Nice. I can see why you're. Yeah, man. The dark side's strong with me, man. No one wants to get my power kick. No one wants to eat my power kicks, man. I was told by many people that when they kick me, they told me they do not like it when I side kick them. They're like, don't side kick me, don't back kick me, no Shaolin Sunsets today, not happening. Oh, by the way, I do know how to do the real Shaolin Sunset, so if we had to go there, I could go there. But
do you you guys wanna know what show that I miss watching as a kid growing up?
Sure, what show do you miss watching?
Um, have do you guys all remember this network called Kids WB?
Yeah.
There. All right. So there was this show called sh- called Shaolin Showdown.
Oh, I love Shaolin Showdown. Oh, you want to know who one of my favorite characters from that show was? I loved Raimundo. Was awesome.
Yeah, for real. Oh my god.
I gotta tell you a story about this.
That show was peak. Honestly.
I used to be into that show. I used to be so into that show when I was a kid. Underground. I used to think in the playground that the items they go and look for that have power.
Yeah.
I used to think they were real, so I used to try and find them and see if I could.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Yo, that show
I was so
peak
into that
back
show,
in the
bro.
day.
Shaolin, oh, dude, they should make a Shaolin Showdown movie or a new video game. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that show was peak back in the day.
Crazy. I remember. I'm glad someone else is finally on my level, man. I was like, does anyone remember Shaolin Showdown, bro? That was the greatest.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome. Yeah, dude. Shaolin Showdown was awesome. Like I remember that. That was like peak old WB stuff. That's some good stuff. I liked it. I heard Street Rage might get a lot. Yo, that'd be cool, Retroline. I want to see that. I hope it's good. I hope they cast it well. The Kids WB show. Oh, we're just talking about the network. Kids WB used to have a lot of different shows like Johnny Test and other shows.
Oh, and plus Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah, did you hear any? Yeah, no, you were talking about the Rage of Streets, the Streets of Rage. Did you hear? I know about Street Fighter news, but is there news about the Streets of Rage? You said. Like, do you have casting ideas? What's everyone's plans for the weekend while we're just kind of shooting the shit right now? I want to hear what everyone's got planned.
Well, my plans are moving. I'm moving a lot of along with my moving because of my moving.
Yeah.
1 second. I'm moving a bunch of my stuff into storage.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Gotta love storage.
Good luck with that.
How does that actually work? I mean, like, do you just drop the stuff off, or?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just drop the stuff up there.
Yeah, usually.
You don't have to and then somebody else puts it away, or?
Oh no, no.
So what? You just drop the stuff off there and leave it?
Yeah.
Yes.
No plans yet. Okay. Ooh, sorry. Bad pipe with that water for a minute. No, yeah. That's interesting. Give us a Dune date when we can watch. Oh, Retrolad's putting Chosen on the spot.
Damn.
Chosen, give us the date. He wants to know.
I'll tell you later, Retrolad. I'll tell you in private. I don't want to say anything right now.
You don't have an answer right now, Chosen?
No, I know. I do have an answer, but I just want to say it later. I don't want to talk.
Bro, where the fuck is Jake, man? He hasn't even coming in the stream. Where you at, Jake? You creeping somewhere? Or you still having fun with Laura over there?
Well,
Rich, I have a question.
Nighttime could be more like playtime for Jake, and for Jake and Laura.
I know, probably. Who knows?
Yo, Richard, I have a
wonder
question.
how often they see each other. I'm like, I'm putting him on the. You know what? My phone's in the other room. I wonder if it's fully charged. I'm gonna go put him on blast for a minute. I'll be. Wait.
Oh,
By the way, Richard, I do have a question. What days are you free, Richard? That's my question. What days are you free, Richard? Like, what days are you free? Because this is the question I should be asking, actually.
For the charger, but it's all good.
Yeah, just let me know what days are free. Okay, Monday is okay. I'm gonna see if I can find a good Monday. All right, I'll figure it out. Trust me. Trust me when I say this. I'll let you know soon.
Yeah, how was your day? Let me see this real quick. I gotta find Jake in here. Where's his number? Yo, bro, are you out with Laura or are you coming into the stream? We're waiting for your ass.
Yeah, Richard, I heard some great things about Dune 2. I heard it's peak cinema, like everyone's saying.
Oh, bro, you're not even. You don't even know what's coming, my friend. Oh, he's posted a picture of him and Laura. I wonder if there's a game tonight or something for a sporting event. Very.
You know, hold on. I'm gonna message Jake in Hellfire group chat real quick. Hold on.
He's watching the game. He says.
I'm gonna message him. Joe is waiting for you all.
He says he's watching it must be the Timberwolves game or something tonight. That man, I swear, that when there's a sporting event on, we will not hear from that man. That man will disappear completely when there's a sporting event.
Yeah, he just told me. He just told me he's watching the Wolves games right now.
I love sports, but I'm just not like that person. It wasn't the Super Bowl. If I go watch a sport, cool. If I go if it's on TV, maybe I watch it. But friends come first, fellowship comes first. Hanging out with people that you want to be around, it's
so true there.
crazy about sports like that. Like some people be like, I'll tell you this much. Maybe it's just a different type of sports. Like I'm not crazy about basketball or any of those other stuff unless it's football only if it's a Super Bowl. But I'll be real, man. If the UFC is on TV and it's a fighter I actually want to watch, oh, you better believe we'll be watching the UFC. That much I can tell you. You guys host. Hold up, I missed a lot of comments. You guys host the World Cup next year, the biggest sports tournament ever. That's crazy. Scream fan, Doomsday being delayed is.
I disagree.
Part of these projects being delayed. First,
I disagree, Scream fan.
You're not hosted. Yeah, that's crazy, Retrolad. Scream fan, look, the movie's not done. They're filming it now, and they need more time to make sure these movies are done properly. And if they want Spider-Man to come out first and set it up properly, we don't want these projects being rushed. That's what the MCU did. Is these projects got rushed.
Yeah, because that's the thing, Joe. You have four MCU movies now that sets up Doomsday.
Yeah, I remember when he was in the UFC. I sometimes play UFC 5 Underground.
oh, nice.
UFC 4, I enjoy. You can make your own character in there. Yeah, that's crazy. Retrolad. I don't know, man. I don't know when that's going to happen. Yeah, no, why are you upset about delays, though? You do understand that delays happen for good reasons sometimes, too, right?
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes,
sometimes something gets delayed, it's because the script needs more time. Like, everyone complains about the Batman being delayed. I guarantee you the Batman 2 is going to be peak, and people are going to freak out.
Oh, yeah.
Calling out.
Now, Fantastic Four will have 2 post-credit scenes, one for Spider-Man 4 and one the other for Doomsday. You know what I actually think would be hilarious? If they do 2 end credit scenes, they should make Spider-Man a member of the Fantastic Four and give him the Baghead costume.
Bro.
Oh, what did you say? Facts 100% AA? Are you talking about the delays? Or what are you talking about, my friend? Yeah, I think definitely that you're probably onto something, Punisher.
Because I think one of them is going to be something Spider-Man 4 related, and the other one we might see Doctor Doom in his suit.
Oh dang! Jake texted me back. What did he say? I was just teasing you, bro. I just wanted to chat with you because we were chatting, and we were talking about how excited I was for Mission Impossible. But I'll let you howl at the wolves. Howl at the wolves.
Oh.
Oh God, that's funny.
Yeah, but yeah. Sometimes delays are actually the wind up being the best thing possible. The best
Howl
things
at the
possible.
wolves.
They wind up actually being a gift because
Play Rivals later tonight. I
because
want to talk to you about Ultron.
because it allows the writers to take a good look at the story and make necessary changes.
Yeah, no, I understand, Retchlad. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow, buddy. Double AA, the Batman 2022 and the Penguin series were good, and the Batman 2 is going to be just as good, going to be entertaining. Bro, you're not wrong. I have a Batman 2 video coming out that's going to explain why the delays happened, and my thoughts on everything, and like why I'm okay with the delays and how I know things are going to go good. But like, yeah, that's probably a good point, Punisher. You know what? I'm going to say this. I won't be surprised if season 5 of Stranger Things is a better Netflix production than Cobra Kai season 6 because of the fact that they've been delaying it for so long and clearly working hard on getting the scripts right.
Yeah, that's the problem with Cobra Kai. You don't work hard, and I said this many times. It's easily the worst season. I don't even know anyone says it's easily the worst. I mean, it's still.
Yeah, I would agree,
Retchlad.
especially when you compare it to the other seasons.
Jake responded. What did you say now? Oh, God.
Russia, I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm sorry. I feel bad for Fantastic Four, actually. I'm going to be real honest, bro. Like, I actually feel bad for that movie, to be fair.
Fantastic Four. I know Johnny's the Human Torch, but he's about to eat that heat vision, bro.
I won't say
that Frost, bro.
I'm going to say Joe. I feel like, wait, who are you worried about, Joe? The writer or the director? Which one are you worried about?
For Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm worried about the director, but I bet the writers are ass.
I think they should honestly have gave them a better writer.
You know what's funny? You want to know something I noticed that's kind of crazy, and they're probably going to come up with some bullshit excuse? Did you hear they moved their release date? Bro, Kevin Feige is sweating in his office right now. I guarantee you after all the bullshit he pulled, he saw people being excited about DC, and he's shitting his pants right now. He's
like, James Gunn. No.
He's like, we had this man work for us, and now he's going to turn the whole world upside down, but Marvel's the best. Nah, man, I'm telling you, you're screwed, bro. They better pick up the pace with Stranger Things. Those kids are grown up and makes it hard for them to act as kids just saying, I hear you. James Gunn got Kevin Feige worried. Yeah, man. He's got mad worried. Are you crazy? Bro, James Gunn is the second going. Yeah, we are talking about him like he's.
It's funny how you say that, Punisher, when you're in the MCU.
Punisher's in the good part of the MCU, though. He's in the darker. That'd be awesome. What if there's certain, what would be an interesting video? What if the darker Marvel characters decide? What if Marvel decided, hey, we want to do our kid friendly little Marvel universe. We can't handle these darker characters. They're too dark, right? What if they put darker Marvel characters and introduce them into the DC universe?
That would be insane.
Could you imagine? Imagine Daredevil and
Batman.
Oh my God. Imagine Daredevil and Batman hanging out in the same universe.
Yeah.
Wild. Or imagine
imagine the thing and Batman hanging out. Imagine the thing and Batman hanging out together.
Oh, the thing is that'd be interesting for a DC Marvel crossover.
You know what Punisher said, and it's not up on StreamYard, but he said, "F the nice, bright, and light MCU. It's the dark MCU we're in."
Yeah, bro. Dude, I'm loving. I think what they're doing with the Netflix show characters it's absolutely cooking, bro. Like,
Oh, speaking of, Joe, did you see on Twitter that the actor who plays Luke Cage is in New York now, right?
oh, it's probably getting close to cooking. Fantastic Four has 20 minutes. Oh, 20 million? Or are you saying it has? What do you mean 20 minutes? I'm confused. Oh, the views. Oh shit, only has 20. Oh wow, and 8 more. Bob Iger and Kevin Feige will be sweating their balls off. Superman movie is successful. Yeah, bro, they're gonna be cooked if that movie is hype. They're fucking cooked, bro. If James Gunn's universe comes out and Superman is like just blow up everybody's shit. Oh my god, Marvel is fucking cooked. They are cooked, bro. You can forget about Doomsday. You can forget about Secret Wars. You're fucked. You're fucked, bro. If Superman is peak, if it's the best movie of the summer, if Fantastic Four does not get anywhere near to the quality of Superman, you are fucked. You are fucked. Sorry, Kevin Feige. You are fucked. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Superman is about to take crypto, and crypto's gonna take a big dump all over your face, bro. It's just it's over. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I heard rumors the actors for Luke Cage and Iron Fist are in the same city. Yeah, man, I wouldn't be surprised.
The Defenders are coming back. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, no, I agree, Retrolad. They could totally do that.
I think out of all the MCU projects, the only ones that I could see being great, there's 2 that I could see being great: Daredevil, Born Again, and Spider-Man 4. Those are gonna be peak ones. Because Spider-Man 4 is gonna be grounded, and Daredevil, Born Again, which is probably gonna be great, and the Punisher special too. I think that one's gonna be good too. But for Doomsday and Secret Wars, I am still a little iffy on those 2 movies because you never know what can happen. But yeah, those 3 other projects though, they're gonna be good.
Yeah. Speaking of Fantastic Four, has anyone seen Pedro Pascal being openly fun with a glow stick? That's Reed Richards for oh my god. That's crazy. Imagine Snyderverse characters in Crisis, CW characters. Bro, that'd be insane.
If they bring back my boy Grant Gustin, bro, I'm gonna freaking.
Okay. If Secret Wars is hype and they just bring back everyone in Marvel and that's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Cool. Secret Wars is awesome. And then they literally just go, they finally make Crisis. And if Crisis has the Snyder actors and the new current DC actors and the CW, like Melissa Benoist, Grant Gustin, Stephen Amell, David Ramsey, like, oh, bro, it's fucking over. Like,
Bro, it's over.
oh, that's awesome. I'm seeing it tomorrow, Scream fan. No. Well, okay, guys, we are going to wrap up the stream because I got to get some stuff done. But
All right.
guys, welcome to another great herd. And we'll catch you in the next stream. Mega stream on Saturday, guys. Might be streaming games later, so if you guys want to pop in, feel free.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great night.
You have a
All
good
right.
night. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Have a great night, Joe.